Hello everyone, it's Dada from TradeGuardian, and as usual I hope you're doing really well in trading as well as in your lives. Now I'm sorry I haven't been making any more of these videos. I was away, a little bit of resting, a little bit of business, a little bit of both, but by popular demand we're gonna design an excellent robot today. Now I know we've done videos with different kinds of robots. This one's going to be extra special. Now before we start, just to let you know, we are in this package which is a website called FX Dreamer. You can just go to it, fxdreamer.com, and this is the page you will need to be on to start designing this robot. And also, before we start, welcome to our very many new subscribers. You are so welcome. After all, this is all for you. And again, if you learn something today, that's best for you and it's best for us. Okay, let's start. Now, this is a slightly crazy robot. It kind of does crazy stuff. For that reason, I called it Crazy Candles. Now, as we go through, I'll explain everything we do. So basically, we need to start from a time filter. Again, something we've never done before. And I'm going to explain to you what it is. From this menu here, we choose time filter and just put it on our charts. Now let's go inside by double clicking. And first thing we need to do, we need to change the server time to GMT, which is London time. Now, why do we do this? A quick explanation. Because, well, if you're gonna be effective in your trading, using robots or even manually, you're going to be trading the right time in the market. And the right time for Forex and pretty much everything else is after London open. And London markets open at 0800, which is 8 o'clock in the morning, London time. Now, and we tick this box so we can change this if we want to. We wouldn't, but just in case, when you tick this box next to it, that makes it editable later when we're testing the EA or even when we're trading it. So first things to remember, the strategy. GMT, London time, we only need to start trading after 8 a.m. London time, and we only need to trade until 15 hours London time, so 3 o'clock afternoon. And also tick this box so it's editable later. So far we've got this one condition, that we're only going to be trading from 8 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock afternoon London time. So we click update, and that's ready, first module. Now, and here comes the crazy bit. Remember, this is called Crazy Candles. So in this magnificent FX Dreamer, we have this tab down here called Various Signals. So if we go there, we do have many signals, but in this case, we just need bulls in a row, and I'm gonna explain it thoroughly, and bears in a row. Now, bulls is another word for saying positive candles, green candles, and bears is the negative candles, the red candles. So it's just a jargon name for bulls being buy candles and bears being sell candles. So, okay, now let's see what they can do for us. So first things first, we connect our time filter to both of these modules, and let's go into bulls. Now, bulls is going to be our buying condition. And when we go inside, we would like to have two candles in a row, one after another, of minimum body size of 2 pips each. Now, remember, we tick these boxes so it becomes editable later. Oh yeah, whilst we're here, we don't need to be on continuous. We need to be doing this once per bar. Now, bar is also a jargon for a candle. So this means once per candle. And also we're going to be trading this on a 1 hour chart. So once per bar, it also means that if these conditions appear every hour, then we will be taking trades every hour. If they don't, we will miss an hour. That's all you need to know for now. So what are we looking for? 2 consecutive green candles here. Minimum body size of those candles should be more than 2 pips each. And that's all we need to do here. Tick these boxes so we can edit them later and click update. And now we're going to do the sell condition, which is going to be exactly the same. Instead of bull candles, we're going to use bear candles, red candles. So first things first, once per bar. We need 2 consecutive candles, and we need the body of those candles to be greater than 2 pips each. That's all. That's all set and done. Really, this is the essence of this robot. Believe it or not, it's really, really simple. But now we need to actually perform buying and selling. And it's a clever bit. We don't just go and buy it. We put a buy stop order. And we also don't go and sell it immediately. We also put a sell stop order. And this is how it's done. We go into the module buy sell here, and buy pending order is our buy stop order, and sell pending order is going to be our sell stop order. We connect the orange bits from our first conditions to the top of both of these buying and selling modules, so they're connected. Now we're going to go in and edit the buy stop order. How is it going to be placed, and so on. Now we want the buy. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong module. I need to delete this. I selected buy pending orders in grid by mistake. We don't need that. We just need buy pending order, this one. Okay, so we connect them, and let's start editing the buy pending order. Double click, and here we are. Now in this strategy, we want buy pending orders, buy stop orders, to be placed at 5 pips away above the current price. Okay, and so we also tick this box so we can edit this later. Now this part here is, I'm going to choose percentage of equity. This part is where you determine how much is going to be your size of each trade. And really I prefer percentage of equity, i.e. real available money in the balance. That's what equity means. And then the robot will have this automatic money management already built in. And if we put 2000 instead of 100 there, this will make it basically 2% each time per trade, but this will increase as your account balance increases. So it will be done all for you automatically, which is one of the coolest features of choosing this kind of money management. Okay, so we went percentage of equity, and we made it 2000, and we made it absolutely editable by ticking this box. Now we go to the stop losses and take profits. So here we put a stop loss of 20 pips, tick this box to make it editable, and we make a take profit of, let's say, leave it at 50 pips. And then the clever part is that this order needs to expire if during the next hour our target is not triggered. So in other words, when we put the buy stop order 5 pips above the previous candle, another hour goes by and the price doesn't touch our order, then it will be automatically deleted. So the jargon is expired. Now we choose, instead of no expiration in that menu, we chose specified time, and we choose default settings, which is in 1 hour. Like you see there, hours 1. That's all, and update. Now, obviously you can rewind this video as many times as you want, watch it again, but I'm hoping that I'm doing it slow enough for you to understand. Now we're going to do this exactly the same on a selling pending order, or as it's also known, sell stop order. Distance from the current price is again 5 pips, but ticking this box makes it editable. We want to trade percentage of our equity on each of our trades, and we put 2,000 here, which is just enough risk to be on a safe side, but not too big. And we put stop loss at 20 pips, like in a buy, exactly the copy of like we did in a buy module, and take profit 50 pips, and expiration, instead of no expiration, our orders should expire, automatically be deleted if we're not triggered in an hour's time. And here's the hour, 1 hour. Update. Now, so far so good. Now, all we need to do is add the last module, which is our trailing stop. And we take it from trailing stop break even section here, trailing stop each trade. And we put it up there. And this time, instead of orange connector, which we've been using, we just take the yellow connector from the time filter, our first module, and connect it to the top of our trailing stop module. Now let's go in and edit this module. Trailing stop distance, which is here. Sorry about my phone's going off. Okay, so should be the same as our stop loss, so 20 pips, but we tick this to make it editable. Trailing step, we choose to have 0, but tick this just in case we change our mind afterwards. And this is a clever bit again. Trailing start. This needs to be the same 20 pips offset like you see here, from the open price. So we put 20. To explain quickly, it's going to work like this. Trailing stop will only start trailing after we are already in profit by 20 pips. Before then, it will stay as a stop loss, will not move. I hope this makes sense. And now we click update. And actually, our EA trading robot is fully ready. So we export this. Let's do that. And it should pop up in my meta editor. There it is. And I'm going to save it and call it Crazy Candles. So save as. I'm going to my Tickmill accounts terminal, MQL experts folder, and just call it Crazy Candles. Crazy Candles. Oh, by the way, this particular EA will be downloadable free from my website, TradeGuardian.co.uk. So go there, there's some other robots, there's some videos, and there's some other interesting stuff. TradeGuardian.co.uk. Okay, so we're saving this. Now we saved it, now we know where it is. We also click this compile button, which you might not see on your screen right now, but it's there in the middle. It's a big button in the meta editor of MetaTrader 4. And now we should be all compiled. Now I'm going to go to my actual MetaTrader to test this robot, to make sure it works, and to also find out how it works, etc. Now, currency pair we're going to be using is GBP JPY, British pound and Japanese yen, on a 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to go to strategy tester of the MetaTrader, and first things first, here I'm going to choose the, instead of 4 hours, I'm going to choose the 1 hour time frame. And the currency pair here is JBP JPY, British pound Japanese yen. And now we go to expert properties to actually investigate our properties, and there we are. Now, oops, it's a different expert, so I'm going to need to do this. Go to my experts, right click, and find and click refresh, just to refresh it, just to find the new crazy candles that we created. Now let's go and find them. We called it crazy candles, and here it is. Double click, we load it. Now we're going to go into the properties and see what's going on. Let's say for testing we take £100. This is where you put £100 for your testing. And inputs are here. Like we said, minimum of 2 candles in a row, body size 2 pips minimum each, and our stop losses, price offsets, it's all here just exactly like we saved it in the robot, but it's all changeable. This you can change to any parameters you want, lesser lot sizes, bigger stop losses, bigger take profits, down to you. That's when you optimize this EA. But for now, we're going to leave it at the normal setting, at the default setting, if you like, and just quickly test it from the beginning of this year to today. Yeah, so that makes sense. You should have enough trades. Let's go ahead and press start and see what happens. I'm going to choose a better template for us to see what's going on. Zoom out. And now it's gathering the data and it's going to start testing. There we are. The robot's working, it's sold, it bought. So it does sell and buy at the same time, just like, just as we programmed it. And let's see what happens. I'm going to also switch down at the graph view so we can see the profit we're making, etc. Or we might be losing. So far we're making nice profit. We started from 100 up to 119 in just 3 days. Not bad. And so on. So this is how you can actually test this robot, as at any time at your convenience, and you can also download it from www.tradeguardian.co.uk, which is my website. And by the way, again, welcome the new subscribers. I hope you learned something new today. Until the next one, have a very good trading week. Bye bye.